It is absolutely freezing. I am sitting in my car. I just out of work. I actually was done work for quite a while. I did stay back in the office just to kind of get some things done. Then I wanted to update my booklet for the 75 soft challenge. And then I also wanted to do my reading. Let me just jump right into this because it's freezing. I need to head home, but I also haven't done a check-in yet today and the day is almost done. So hi, my name is Bridget and I am on day 70. Wait, no, I'm not on day 70. I wish I was already that far. I'm on day 4 of the 75 soft challenge and I worked today. So I worked 7:30 to 4 today. I started my day off with some plain Greek yogurt. I had a pear. And then I also had my go-to protein iced coffee, which is just 4 shots of espresso, I think I asked for like hazelnut syrup or something like that. And then I added a Premier protein shake to that. So that was my breakfast. I had that as soon as I got here to work. And then for lunch, I actually had a chicken wrap that I got from One Life Meals. And then I paired that with, I believe it was a banana. And then I was feeling pretty snacky. I wanted something sweet, something that kind of had some chocolate in it. So I had a package of I think it was like chocolate chip Teddy Grahams, and it was absolutely delicious. I really was satisfied with that lunch. That was the first time I ever actually had a One Life meal wrap, and it was really good. But if I ever get the wrap again, I definitely have to make sure that I'm getting it the day that they're made and then eating it either that day or the day after. Wraps definitely don't stay fresh for long because the wrap definitely breaks down and gets a little soft, and I'm very much a texture girl, so I can't just eat anything that's soft and like slimy like that. It's just like, ugh, it's nasty, especially if it's bread. I'm just like not about that. So I'm glad that it didn't hit that texture yet today, but if I waited to eat it for probably even dinner or definitely for tomorrow, it would have been very soft and just not edible at all. Had that for lunch. It was really good. There was avocado in it, chicken breast, leafy greens as well, so like a salad mix. And then I had I think it was like yogurt and peri peri sauce as like sides with the wrap. I'm glad that they put the sauce on the side so you can kind of add what you want, but it is all included in the calories and fats and protein that's already on the container of the food. But overall, really great. We'll definitely get it again. I was not able to go for a walk during my extended lunch break because, as you can probably tell by the window, it is raining. It has been raining all day. It's supposed to rain all night, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow as well. So going on a walk was a no-go. I still need to get my movement in for today, and I also need to have dinner. I'm not really that hungry, so I'm not sure what I'm going to have, but I'm sure I'll get hungry by the time I get home. And honestly, I'm mentally hungry. I'm not physically hungry right now, and I wasn't physically hungry when I was reading my book and everything upstairs. I'm like, my mind was beginning to wander, like, oh, maybe I can hit a drive-thru on the way home. Like, what do I want to eat? If I get home late, I'm not going to want to cook anything. I'm going to be so tired. What if the kitchen's a mess? Like, just all of these different thoughts were like entering my mind as I was trying to read my book. I know that I have to like nip that in the bud. I have to stay strong. I have to not hit any drive-thrus on my way home. So I am definitely keeping myself accountable on that. No drive-thrus at all. Even though I can manage and stay within my calorie deficit, I want to at least get through the first week of not eating out. I want to stay away from the drive-thrus and just to prove to myself that I can go an entire week without going through a drive-thru and, you know, getting like a burger or whatever, other than my coffee obviously, but getting like actual food and stuff. I so far doing good on that, especially coming off 6 weeks of just binging and eating whatever, whenever, and whatever amount of quantities I felt like. Only on day 4, but so far so good. Well, I did update, well, let me just show you. So I did read chapter 4 of Why Has Nobody Told Me This Before? Chapter 4 was titled How to Turn Bad Days into Better Days. It was really good. I'm honestly really enjoying this book. It has already taught me a lot. I'm glad that I bought a highlighter because I've been highlighting like crazy. Mom's gonna read this book after I'm done and she's gonna be like, this isn't a coloring book, Bridget. Like, what are you doing? But I feel like if you are not inclined to highlight certain passages from whatever, book you're reading, whether it be a self-help book or, whatever it is you're reading that is supposed to be something you're learning from. If you're not inclined to highlight the majority of the book, then maybe just get a different book. That's kind of my whole point of trying to read books that you're trying to learn from, especially when it comes to like self-help or anything like that. If it's not already grabbing my attention and speaking to me and giving me information that I'm looking for, or giving me any advice that I find helpful, even if I feel like it's offensive in the moment or upsets me in the moment, because truth can kind of be upsetting sometimes, especially if you're struggling with like depression and binge eating and all that. Sometimes you need a dose of reality with certain things. So a few books that I've come across, I've literally just ended up giving away or dropping off at like a used bookstore because it just didn't, reach me within the first few chapters. And that's okay if you end up just taking a book back. Or I don't ever usually like return books that I buy. I usually just always donate them or just offer them to someone, or just leave them at work in the common area. People usually will just like leave stuff there if they're trying to like give it away or whatever, and then if someone wants it, they can take it. So that's usually what I do. If I ever come across a book that it's just not vibing with me. This book so far is really great. Absolutely love it. Highly recommend for anyone who deals with depression, anxiety. I don't really deal with anxiety. It's mostly depression, negative thoughts, intrusive thoughts, stuff like that. I'm only 4 chapters in. So far so good. Really loving it. Highlighting it like crazy. Definitely have to buy some more highlighters. Got my reading done. I also updated my little booklet here that I put the 75 soft challenge in. Let me see if I can add a little light. Ooh, that makes me look red. Whatever, it's fine. So this is like the booklet that I kind of have for like the 75 soft challenge. It says 75 medium, but I got this off someone from Etsy, so it's fine. And then it has like little areas like I can check off, but I also have this area where I input not so much like what I ate, but just really, the meals that I had, like breakfast, lunch, dinner. If I had dessert, I make a note, or snacks. And then I kind of fill in the calories that I consume for each meal, and then the total calories, and then protein, carbs, fat. So I'm using that to kind of keep everything on track. I do keep everything in my phone, like in my Fitbit, but I'm very much a visual person. So I really enjoy having like a booklet, things I can fill in. And then if I end up doing this challenge again, I can kind of go back and see what worked for me, what didn't, and then, how far I went if I didn't make it all the way. But we're definitely trying to make it all the way. So there's this other part for like reading list. So I inputted the book that I'm starting off with. I also started filling in my steps challenge. So I'm aiming for 8,000 steps a day. I am currently just at 4,000, so I have to pick it up. And then this is like a really great part because it's just kind of like an all-in-one. It has like each day of the week. Each page is like weeks 1 to 4. 4 weeks on each page, and then you kind of just check off if you like ate within your calorie deficit, if you got your water in, if you did your like progress picture, all that. I know it's like backwards because of the way I'm filming on my phone, but this came to me in like a PDF format through someone that I ordered off of Etsy. But there are plenty of people who make different like challenges like this in different sizes of format. I think this is like A5 or something, and I wanted it small so that I could get a little booklet like this. I just got this from Amazon. If you're doing any kind of challenges, if you're looking for any kind of challenges, I definitely recommend going on Etsy and finding different challenges. They also have planners and everything. You can print it off, get your own little booklet from Amazon. I think this booklet was like $10. And then the PDF for the 75 soft challenge, I think was like $5 or something. And then I can just print a million copies of if I want to, use it as much as I want. And then I also got the challenges from there as well. I got step challenges, workout challenges, all different things that I can utilize as I'm on this journey, not just the 75 soft journey, but when I do other ones as well. So that's kind of what I've been doing after work. I really wanted to update that booklet there so I didn't fall behind. And then I wanted to make sure I got my reading in since it was raining and I couldn't go for my walk. I'm going to head home. I'm going to avoid all the fast food drive-thrus. I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner yet. I'm going to figure it out when I get there. I do have microwavable meals I can have if I don't want to like actually make anything. But I think I might just throw like a piece of fish in the air fryer or some more of those chicken bites or something. I think I have some rice left over that I made last night, so I can kind of pair the rice with either the chicken or the fish or whatever. So that's gonna be the plan for my workout, since I couldn't go for the walk and it's still raining. Obviously I'm not gonna be able to go for a walk, and I don't want to walk at nighttime anyways. I'm going to just find a video off YouTube, like a walking or like a stepping video, or maybe like a little dance video or something, just something that's like 30 minutes long, that's going to get me to my 8,000 steps and get me to my 30-minute workout. Really just, honestly, I just want a piece of gum. I've been on this juicy fruit kick, but I really just enjoy like the juicy fruit in this kind of format, I guess. It's like the chewy ones, kind of like the Hubba Bubba or whatever they are. I also get this type too, which is just like a stick of it. So sometimes I'll eat this, but I've really been on, for whatever reason, a juicy fruit kick, and in this like Hubba Bubba type of packaging and whatever. Oh, it's like frozen. All right. I'm gonna enjoy my gum. I'm gonna drive home. I'll show you what I'm eating, and then I will go over my daily stuff at the end of the day. I hope you're having a great day. So I'm just getting ready for bed, but before I do, I want to quickly go over my numbers for the day, as it is the end of day 4 of the 75 soft challenge. I am super tired. It is almost 9:30, and I checked the weather for tomorrow and it looks like it's going to rain all day, so I definitely won't be able to go for a walk during my lunch break if it does in fact rain all day. So I'm kind of thinking that I might get up super early and go to the gym in the morning, but I'm gonna have to be up at like 4:30 to do that. So I'm gonna set an alarm. Fingers crossed that that does happen and I get up and I'm awake enough to get up and go to the gym. But if not, I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself. I will figure it out and maybe go to the gym after work, or just do what I did tonight. When I got home, I literally just walked the halls. I did that until I hit my 8,000 step goal. So going over my numbers, for steps, I'm ending today off with 8,025 steps. For food, I ate within my calorie deficit of 2,059 calories. So I need to be at least under 2,100 calories. For protein, I was 148 grams of protein. Didn't hit my minimum, which is 177, but that's fine. I am getting pretty close to it. So 148 grams for today, which is great. Carbs was 221 grams, and then fat was 59 grams. And I did drink my 3 liters of water, thankfully. I am gonna drink a little bit more because I'm feeling pretty dehydrated. So I did have those peanut butter pretzels again after dinner as like a little sweet treat. And I don't know if it's like maybe that there's salt on the pretzels or the salt in the peanut butter, or probably just a combination of both. But when I eat those and after eating them, I am so thirsty. Like I could literally chug another liter of water. I'm so thirsty. So I'll probably be up going to the bathroom all throughout the night, because I know once I get off here, I'm definitely going to be drinking that jug of water again. But I really love them. Very delicious. I probably won't buy them again just because I feel like they're just too tempting. But at the same time, I might buy them again because they're just like really good to have. And I've been really good with weighing them out and only eating the portion that I weigh out, so I will buy them again. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, and if I see them at Costco again this weekend, because I feel like Costco is constantly changing things on me, and the second I buy something and I start to like it, they end up discontinuing it at the store that I go to. We'll see. If it's not there, then it's not meant to be. If it is there, maybe I'll get another box. But that's kind of it for today. Another really great day. I'm glad I didn't go through any drive-thrus. I'm glad I stayed within my calorie deficit. I'm glad that I even got my 30 minutes of movement in, even though I couldn't go for my walk. I was debating on doing like a YouTube video, like a just like 30-minute like stepping video or dance video or something. But when I got home, I just really was not in the mood. And I actually was able to do the 30-minute walk while I listened to like this testimony from this couple who came from New Age, and then they ended up being saved together. So that was really interesting to listen to. So I listened to that, and it made my walk go a lot quicker as well, and very enjoyable, and it just made me very happy for them and hopeful for myself and stuff. Not that I'm like from New Age or anything like that, but just seeing how God works in people's lives is really powerful. And I just listening and watching people's testimonies is just really incredible and so moving. So for the past few weeks, my only content has been Christian-based content in regards to music, and then listening to sermons and stuff, listening to new podcasts. I've recently come across Candace Cameron Burr's podcast. I think that's her name. She's from Full House and Fuller House, and she has a podcast that she's had for a few years, but I'm just coming across it now. And so I've been listening to that mostly on my way into work and stuff, and it's a great way for me to start my day. It really boosts my mood, and just she has really great people and guests on her podcast, and even though I'm just starting it from the beginnings, it's been really interesting so far, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to go to bed. I think I did everything on the list. 75 soft, read the book, ate within the calorie deficit, got my movement in, steps, water, progress photo. Yes, okay, everything is done. Should honestly have like a calendar or checkboard, but I do have my booklet that I check things off on, so I will check them off now or first thing tomorrow morning. We'll see. I don't really want to drag it out now. I just want to go to bed. Have a great day. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you had a fantastic day. If you are on a weight loss journey or any kind of health journey, keep at it. Show up one day at a time. Be kind to yourself. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good night. Bye.